second one using the let, and third one using the const. So we saw when we created the variable using the var, we saw that we can create the variable, we can assign the value, we can change the value, as well as we can redeclare a variable with the same name. But when we go through the let, we can create the value, store the value, we can change the value. But when the matter will come to redeclare a same variable with a variable with the same name, let will not allow. Okay, that is the one help, so that developer will not do the mistake and they will not create a variable with the same name. Okay, the next point will be called const. Okay, so we created this, it was throwing error. You can come to the terminal, new terminal, and from new terminal try to run it. For example, node space, your file name, page 2, and enter. It says complete error, like complete error. What is fine? Runtime error introduction. Okay, so it is giving some. Let me clear it. CLS node space page 2.js. See, it shows the error here, saying like once you create a variable, identifier b has already been declared. Like it's saying like the variable you are trying to create with the name called b, it is already created. You cannot create the same variable with the same name again. Okay, that happened in which case? In the case of let, right? In the case of let, it is not allowing to create a new variable. Now I will comment this line so that program will execute. Come down, write next call const. Using the const, const, write a variable const c equal to 900 console.log c, and check once c is printing or not. Save it. Yeah, hello. Sorry. It will be in the same room. You can take tomorrow from same place, but I'm in different room. I will see and I'll call you after some time if it is there. Okay. In late, it was showing the error here. Now you created the done it. Now come down. Let's check print once. I'll go to the terminal and I'll try to print here. Node space page to enter. You can see var is printing, let is also printing, const is also printing. Now coming to the next matter called in const, we want to change the value. So c equal to, let me keep call 1100 and try to print the value of c. Okay, try to print the value of c. Okay, c equal to 1100 console.log c. Let's check now. Is it throwing the error? Node space page 2. You can see it is saying such a big error, right? It says called what is saying let using let 300, and here is throw some error. This command error. Node space page 2 only, no? Page 2, yeah. 300 printed, 200 printed, 300 printed, 300 also printed from where? 300 printed from the here. After that is throw the error. 8 minutes. I'll clear it. CLS. Oh, look at here. It says like C assignment to a constant variable. Assignment to a constant variable. Your variable, if the variable is constant, it will not allow to change the value. See, in the case of var, you have changed the value. In the case of late also, you have changed the value. But in case of const, it will not allow to change the value. Once we store the value, your variable will become fixed. You cannot change the value of which one? Constant or variable. Come to this file, write in this. Three possibility. Number one. Number one, value change. Value change. Number two, redeclare. Redeclare. Number three, scope of variable. Now come to the first option. Value changes. Var var allow to change value. If you created the variable using the var keyword, you can change the value. Second one, let allow to change value. Okay. Third one, const do not allow to change value. So first difference, value change point of view, let will allow, var will allow, but const will not allow. That is all there. 900 we are given. Later we are trying to change with 1100. He's saying like, sorry, you cannot change the value. Come next. Come next. In the case of redeclaration, var will allow, let do not allow. Var will allow, but let will not allow. Same way, const will or const do not. Const will also not allow. Only what will allow? Using the var, if you have created the variable, you can redeclare a variable. You can redeclare a variable with the same name. But const will not allow, as well as let will also not. Right? Now related to scope of the variable. Okay, scope of the variable. For that, we have to create a separate file to understand the scope of variable. Create next file called page3.js. Written till here. Page3.js file to create. In page3.js, just write a simple condition. If 100 greater than 50, that is 100% true. 100 is greater than 50. Compiler will go inside. Compiler will go inside. So where the curly bracket start and where end. So curly bracket start to end, it is called a block. Block, yes. So start to end is called a block. Now you are going to create a scope block level variable. How? Var a equal to 100. Var, not var, let b equal to 200. Const c equal to 300. So three variable we created, a, b, and c. Okay, done now. Come inside. Print console.log a console.log b console.log c. All three will print successfully inside. Okay, written. Now copy the same, paste outside also. Console.log out of block. Out of written. Run now. Any difference are we finding? Let me go to the terminal. Run. Paste 3.js. See. It says like 100, 200, 300 is printing. Okay, 100, 200, 300 is printing. Where inside the block? Inside the block, 100, 200, 300 is printed. That is called this part. That is called this part. So this is inside the block. Since you created the variable inside the block, you can print happily under the inside the block. But when the matter will come to access this variable outside, look at the output. Out of block, only 100 is visible. Out of block, only 100 is printing. It is not able to print the B and not able to print the C. And it's got stuck saying like console.log B is not defined. Can you see here? B is not defined. So what it represents? It represents like if you are creating a variable using the var, you can access inside also and you can access outside also. But if you are creating a variable using the let and const, you can access only inside the block. You cannot access out of the block. That two error is showing here. I will run this file through CMD also once to guide you. Now let me run here. Node space page 3. You can see B is not defined. Saying B is not defined. In fact, B is defined here. B is already defined. A, B, C, all three are defined. But out of the block, only A is accessible. Out of block only, this is out of the block. Only A is accessible. and it's got a struct saying like B is not defined. Even it will say C is also not defined. Okay, because let me show you once. B I'll comment, then automatically compiler will say C is not defined. You can see C is not defined. So what it represents is, it represents like if you are creating a variable using the const and let, you can access within the block. You cannot access out of the block. But if you are creating a variable using the var keyword, you can access inside and you can access outside. Okay, so this is called a scope, where curly bracket start, where curly bracket end. It's called a block level scope. Okay, like where you created the variable, you can access only inside, not outside. Happen. Come to the page 2 and complete that scope of variable. Var has global scope. Next, let has block level scope. Const has also block level scope. Where inside the page 3, inside the block it's a print all three. Out of the block it will print only this one, only A. Who said? Look at here. It is printing here three. These three are from inside block and this one is from out of the block. You can write here again one line inside a block. Inside a block. Now let me show you. Okay. Yeah. Inside a block, how many? A, B, C. A 100, B 200, C is 300. So let const var all these printing inside the block. But when I went out of the block, out of the bracket, it will become an error. So it is said like error is why, because it is saying like the scope is which one? Local scope. If a scope is local, then you cannot access the global. So that is happening under the const and let. Const and let has the local scope, not the global scope. Var has the global scope. You can access inside also, outside. Okay. Same thing wrote here. Var has global scope. Let has block level scope. Const also have which one? Block level scope. This is all about your variable declaration. Now can you answer? What is the difference between let var const? Var will allow to change the value. Var will allow to redeclare the variable. Correct? Let will not allow to redeclare the variable. Let will also allow to change the value. Const will not allow both. Which one? No redeclaration and no reassignment. So one time only. Once you whatever you assign, that will remain same. Okay. So after implementing, I wrote the block wise also. What is an average? Yes, hope it is done. 1 minute, I'll come back. See, my its output is there. You have installed the notice. This go to the folder. This is folder. Open the engineer. No space minus B. This is right here. Not space page 3. Which is inside of block. Nothing. Open that file. Paste the B. Inside block. Inside block console block ABC. Printed only A, B, and C. Variable name we have printed A, B, and C. The C is capital. Below C are in capital and below C are in C. We will also print this policy. Yes. Yes. This. This. Everything. You should get one, or you should change the keyboard of laptop because there is a long journey. Journey is long journey, no? In that long journey. Okay, come next. Now we'll go to the next file. Page 4.js. Page 4.js is going to guide us condition. That is called if-else condition. Page 4.js will guide us to the if-else condition. Now write, let A equal to anything 100, let B equal to anything 200. Next, now compare these two variables. If is that the value of A greater than the value of B? If yes, then console.log console.log A comma B. You can use the comma here to combine multiple variables together. A comma B comma the higher value is comma A. So it will say 100 and 200. The higher value is 100. Else, if A is not bigger, then it will go to this section. Console.log the higher value is B. The A comma B, the higher value is B. Right? Let's write it. Comma will help us to separate the string and variable. Using the comma, we can convert string and variable, and we can display the output of both. We can display the value of both. Okay, load it, run this file. You can run from the same, from the terminal. I will run through CMD. So in less space, it will be helpful to manage something like this. Node space file name, page 4, enter. It will say 100 to 100. The higher value is 100 to 100. The higher value is printed, working. Come next in the same file. Right, next one. Console.log if else if else if else if. Come next. Create another variable. Let's see equal to 300. Now you need to compare A also, B also, C also. If A greater than B and A greater than C, like the value of A is bigger than A and the value of A is bigger than C, then we can say console.log ABC ABC the higher value is A. The higher value is A. Else if check again in case A is not bigger. If A is not bigger, is that B greater than A and B greater than C also? If that is the case, then console.log ABC, the higher value is B. Higher value is B. Else we can say the higher value is C. The higher value is C. The higher value is C. Take now. Is it running? See now. Node space page 4. So when there was a two value, 100 and 200, the higher value was 200. But when the value becomes 3, 100, 200, 300, the higher value becomes a 300. Okay. We can also change here the value of b. We can change something 2000. The value of b we can change to 2000, and then we can check whether really the program is working or not. So we can say 100 and 2000. The higher value is 2000. 100, 2300. The higher value is again how much? 2000. So your program is working correctly. Yeah, done it. And now let's leave this file, go for the another file, page5.js. So working for only one person, that is called Pawan. Pawan Kumar Sankar. These two are active user, the remaining are inactive. From next, page5.js. In page5.js, we can write console.log nested if example. Nested if example. Come inside. Mhm. That is correct only, no? We also got the similar output here. Okay, come next. Create a variable, let input equal to, give anything, input equal to, write maybe any string name, Bangalore. Next, after that, come down below, check if okay, if we'll write first, we can write a function called isName. Function is called is NAN, is name. It is called is not a number. Is not a number. What it return? Okay, what it return is if a string, then if a string then true. If a string then true. If number, then number, then this one. Or is a false. If it is a string, then true. If it is a string, then true. If it is a number, then false. So we wrote is not a number. What it will return? If you give the input as a string, then true it will return. If you give as a number, then false it will return. Now come check inside. Is nan, is nan. Input. Input will go under the is nan. Then after that, curly bracket will open close, and will write inside console.log input comma is string value is string value, else console.log input comma is number value. So first to check whether isNaN is helping us to find out string and number or not. Okay, printing string or number. Check now. Right here. CLS will run. Page 5. Bangalore is string value. Come down again. Instead of Bangalore, now pass here any number. 5566. Any number you pass. Input equal to some number and check again. 5566 is a number value. So isNames function is helping us to find out the type of input, type of value. String or no. Come next. Right inside the else part. Nested meaning is condition inside conditions. We have written condition. We have not written condition inside condition. If input more by 2 and after that reminder becomes 0, then you can say console.log input comma is even number else input is odd. If now it should print both number and either even or odd. Is the number value and is even number. Come to the next file, page 6. In that we'll see something else. Switch case. This is just we are understanding the syntax how it works. Example will come again once we come into the data binding. We have to use everywhere if else, if else, if else. Read next file, page 6. Page 6.js. Console.log switch case in JavaScript. Switch case in JavaScript. Write a variable, let page URL equal to home.html, or maybe page URL is home, or maybe page URL is nothing, or maybe page URL is login. So this is just we are assuming a string. It can be anything. Now based on that, you are writing a condition like if will implement through the switch case, switch page URL, switch page URL, then come inside the switch we given the page URL. Now under that we have to write a case, like what is the value of page URL, what is inside. So you will write for case like if case only empty, then console.log display home.html, display home.html, and after that stop the execution. That is called break. Console.log display home.html, and after that stop the execution. One case, one condition. Second condition is login, then console.log display login.js, login.html, then break. Write one more case. Sign up, colon, one more case, register. Sign up or register. Whether you have click on register link or you have click on sign up link. Okay. Whether page URL is sign up or page URL is register. So this becomes a or condition. Either sign up or register. Okay. Either sign up or register. Then console.log display register page. Display register.html. Written, come down. Default, default, default what represent else. Default represent as else. If page URL is not empty, page URL is not login, page URL is not sign up or register, page URL is something else, user type manually something. So in that case, what should happen is console.log display welcome page, or maybe display contact us page. Display contact.html. Got it? Check now. ELS page 6. Switch case in JavaScript. Display login.html. Come on the top again, and the login you are given. So login is matching here. Because of that, it's a row called display login.html. We will try something else. ABCD, anything. ABCD, something, right? You will see it is not matching with any condition. It is not empty. Page URL is not empty, not login, not sign up, not register. It is something else out of the condition. So if it is out of the condition, this else part will explode. That is called default. And in default case, it will say display your particular page. Display contact.html. If any of the page user is not clear which page you want to go, then by default contact.html will come and it will ask you enter your details, name, mobile, city. We will call and will guide it. Something like that. You can check now where it is going. Display contact.html page. So in this example, you have not written anywhere greater than or less than. You have written exact condition. So switch case is designed for that purpose only. Whenever we have a requirement, where we have to check the exact condition. Exact condition, what is that? You see, in the previous file, you have written input mode 2. After that, what is the pending? What is the remainder? Is it 0? Okay, so this also becomes a exact condition. In the page number 4, you can see this is not exact condition. This is called a range condition. In that, we are in the range A greater than B. The value of A can be 1000, value of B can be 5000. Value can be anything. So that becomes a range check. Using if else if, nested if, we can check the only range. We can check range condition as well as exact condition. Both we can check. Using if else if, nested if, we can check what? Exact condition as well as range condition. But what you implemented this page number 6, in that page number 6, the switch case we have, under switch case, we cannot check exact condition. Sorry, we cannot check the range condition. We cannot check here like T is greater than login and less than sign up. That will not work here. So under the switch case, exact condition we have to give, and under the we can say if else if, we can write as any kind of condition, exact also as well as range also. Range condition says A greater than B. Okay, the value of A can be anything, value of B can be anything. That becomes what? Range. When you are saying A double equal to B, means the value of A is equal to B. That is what? Exact condition. Okay? So switch case is made for exact condition, not for the range condition. Check and try. Is it coming to contact if you are entering anything invalid? If any value will be invalid, it would be default case. The input we have given, if input is not matching here, if input will not match here, it will go to the here directly as a default case. Previous file you saw here. If else if both is not matched, then where it will go? It will go to the else part. Here also similar. If 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this all condition will not match, then it will go directly to the display HTML contact.html. Note. After this, our next step will be array. We have not array, function. After condition, not even function here, loop. Loop. We have to go for the loop after this. Loop. After loop, we'll come to the function and all. So loop we'll see tomorrow. Why we are joining 5:30 nowadays? Start early, no? Come, you are coming 5:30 now. No, come tomorrow, max 5:10. 5:10 be here. Okay. I also make late when everyone will not reach. I will be walking here there. Okay, so come here. My class get finished at 5 o'clock. Max by 5:10 reach here. Before 5:15, we must be in the session. So please be on time. Try on time. Tomorrow time will go on loop. Next day time will go on the array. Then time will go on function. After that, your basic will be over. Then we'll come to the data binding. We'll give you homework. Wait for 1 or 2 days. Once we'll have the material in mind, then only we'll do homework. If the material is not still in mind, how homework will do? Also for JavaScript. We have daily assignment. Hold on. Wait for 1 or 2 days. I will cover some portion, then I'll give you daily homework. Yeah, okay, so while creating the variable in the term of JavaScript, we have to do something.